what the Lord did. He woke me up and it was after 5 in the morning. And I don't have to explain that. You already know. You already know that from that 4 a.m., 5 a.m., angels are dispatched. You already know this. You already know that demonic spirits are already active from midnight until about 3. You already know this. But God doesn't let your day begin unless He starts it. So when the Lord woke me up, He started downloading this word into my spirit. And I'm like, oh, no. So I leaned over, you know, because when you write songs, you always have something near you so you can record it with broken voice or write down lyrics or something. Or if it's a word from the Lord. And the Lord spoke, so I began to write this on, have my device with me, began to type some things in. Then I said, okay, I got that. I'll go back to sleep, turn back over. And the Lord kept speaking. I had to turn back over and write some more things. But when the Lord gave me this, it just started burning in my spirit. So much so that I could not wait for this day to come. So when I got sick this week, I knew right then and there, enemy, you have to take your hand off of this. Because I know God has already given me a word. Okay. So I need to, I always ask the Lord to allow me to preach with clarity. So that's what makes it long to some people, because it's clarity. Now watch this in John chapter 4. And you've already read this before. In John chapter 4, the Bible teaches us a conversation that Jesus had. I will talk fast as I can to get through this. But I'm preaching and pouring into my brother and sister. And I know we can have these conversations together. You just happen to be in on the conversation. But just tell your neighbor, just don't forget. We're talking about the releasing the timing of heaven. Releasing the timing of heaven. So you already know there's some things that can't happen until God says so. So in John chapter 4, just to help you with this timing thing, in John chapter 4, Jesus is speaking to a woman from Samaria. But I want you to look at what happens in verse 23, because Jesus spoke with a woman who had all these relationships with men, with several men, but decides to have a deep conversation with her and not with his disciples. Okay, y'all not getting that? Where he went in John chapter 4, he didn't teach in the synagogues. He didn't go to the temple. He didn't say it to the Sanhedrin court. He didn't mention it to the Pharisees. And neither did he pour it into his disciples. But he took a woman of another culture, another race, another class of human being, and poured into her. Because when God is ready for the timing to shift, don't you be surprised whose time it is. Say, you just missed that thing. You say, you just missed that. When God is ready to release the timing, don't you be surprised at whose time it is. About 80 folks should have jumped up right there and said, this is my time. No, I said 80 folks, not 3 people. 80 folks should have jumped up and looked and beat your chest and say, this is my time. Come on, tell them this is my time. Lord, what's